Yeah, boy, Brent Biggers here, and welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be doing the Commanders rebuild, aka what the frick their name are going to be. Now, because of Dan Snyder being gone, I wanted it to be the owner and change our names. So I don't want to see these stupid Commander logos ever again. Because literally, like, you would figure like a command, like what do you think a commander? I think of a military person. What kind of what was the former Washington Redskins logo, like the Washington Redskins logo, but turned into like more like a but like instead of like the feathers like an Indian, it would be like a helmet, like he has a helmet. So I kind of wish it was like that or something. So yeah, but anyway, here's to take a look at the roster. Do we want to just just tear the team apart and just like start from scratch? I think that's what I want to do because I mean, no offense to the draft, because their draft was actually really, really good. It seems to be like they have a 76 overall Enter Fortis Jr., who's unfortunately
This player's development trait is
for
hidden.
just 1 week.
Here are a player's
But
motivations.
I actually do believe that this guy could be a shutdown corner, like they drafted him at 16 to be. And then on offense, they also drafted a safety apparently, which was a little interesting. And Jarvis Martin. They also drafted an O-lineman, it seems, at center specifically, who I will definitely have start over Nick Gates. So, yeah, but here's to take a look at the roster. Honestly, Curtis Samuel really should have started.
This is the player card.
Start
Here you can see your strengths
but
and weaknesses.
my question is what do we want to do with this team? Do we want to just tear it down and only keep the players that I might want to consider keeping? Or do I just keep it on course? Or do I want to trade some players? Like, there's a number of directions I could do with this team, but I just don't really know what to do. Because this team, on the one hand, can really be good, especially on defense. Like, look at this defense. You got players like DeAndre Payne, Jonathan Allen, Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Kendall Fuller, Derek Forrest, Cameron Curl. Like, they got some actually good players in here. But the offense is just not that good. Like, their quarterback is a bit of a question mark, especially right now. Their running backs, yes, they're good, but they're not going to probably go into great running backs. Our O-line is abysmal. Our receivers are abysmal, outside of, like, Jahan Dotson, Curtis. Well, I mean, I guess our receivers are good. It's just, like, Scary Terry's going to, like, what is he, like 26, 27 right now? Yeah, he's like 27.
This player has
pretty darn old. And then Curtis Samuel, I'm pretty sure is like 26 or 27. So our tight end is a bit of abysmal. But yeah, this offense needs to change. So here's the question. Do I keep course of what our offense or what our team is? Or do I just rebuild it? I don't really know, because I feel like this team just needs like a couple fixes, and then boom, this team is really going to be a very good team. But that's the thing. A few fixes. What if this team just completely progresses? So I don't know what to do. Because we got a lot of old, aging veterans like Kendall Fuller, Jonathan Allen, even starting to be Scary Terry even, and Curtis Samuel. So we got all these old veteran players. And Montez Sweat is also getting up there too. So, and we are kind of at a very hard spot here, because we also just don't have a quarterback. Which that's the biggest issue with this team, is that we don't have a quarterback. So let's just look at the remaining years of these players. So here's the players we have to sign. So far, it hasn't been anything crazy, like no big time player that we have to re-sign, which I guess is a good thing. But do I want to keep Jacoby Brissett as our backup quarterback? Do I want to keep Terry Bergs? Do I want to keep Joey Stein at kicker? Like, there are a few question marks. Also, do I want to bring back Kendall Fuller? Do I want to bring back Cody Durant, Antonio Gibson, Chase Young? Like, there are a lot of question marks, and this 2020 class that they had actually is pretty darn good. Like, they drafted players like Cameron Curl, Chase Young, Antonio Gibson. But also, we also have one player, which I'm assuming had the fifth-year option, in Montez Sweat. But it's just a bit of a question mark at the moment. And also, we could save up some cap space by just trading or cutting players. Like Jonathan Allen, we could save up to $15.5 million. Same thing with Montez Sweat, $10.9 million. Charles Leonard Jr., $10.3 million. Curtis Samuel, $10 million. Like, you kind of get what I mean. There are a lot of question marks with this team. So I just want to kind of see what his contract is at the moment. So we have them signed until 2025, but it is a very painful contract. Like, this year, it isn't that bad. But the next 2 years, that contract really starts to get kicked in. So that's the bit of the problem here. So this is a bit of a tough decision. Do I tear the team down and then maybe keep some players? Like, what do I want to do? That's, like, the probably biggest question. Because I'm pretty sure, like, because we do got some some young players that can get some opportunities to get some snaps. Like, again, Jared Martin, which I don't know why we drafted a safety when we didn't even need a safety. But my question is, how high of an overall is he at linebacker? Because Cody Barton, I can easily move to outside linebacker with no problem. He is a 68 overall at linebacker. So that's something to just point out. Obviously, though, I think I am probably going to move Cody Barton to outside linebacker. Because that's what he usually played in Seattle. I think. An outside linebacker. He did not play as a starting middle linebacker. So currently, our starting middle linebacker will be a 60 overall. So literally any player could be an upgrade. And I think Cameron Curl is going to be the guy. He's 6'1", which that's decent height for a linebacker. He's also got some zone. Like, I think it just makes some sense to just put him at safety. Yeah, and he's an 81 overall, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Then move Derek Force back to strong safety, where he should have been. So that kind of does make my defense actually look better. Well, so far it's just still same overall, but that's going to change when I move him to strong safety. And also, Derek Force is a strong safety. His zone is worse than his run support, so he actually does fit the scheme at safety. So that actually makes his defense a lot more better, too. So that's what I'm going to do, is do that. So yeah, our defense is now an 84, formerly an 83. So that is nice. I still don't know what I want to do, though, on defense. Like, there are definitely some players I want to maybe get rid of, like Kendall Fuller, Jonathan Allen, because they're just getting up there in age. Kind of same thing with Scary Terry, but Scary Terry's actually 27, and he's also supposed to be good for a little bit. And I guess I think with Jonathan Allen, it's just Kendall Fuller is a bit of a question mark, because, yeah, I understand he's good, but he has star development, and that actually could really, really, really impact a player in terms of development. They could, like, that really does, because For example, like, let's say this guy had Superstar X Factor and he was like 30 years old. Let's say that. It would be such more of a different story. Like, because for, let's say, we sim a year later, that's probably going to be Superstar or Star Dev at the worstest, probably. And then it's going to go to normal dev. Him, it's probably going to go down to normal dev immediately. And that is a bit of an issue. And heck, you might even lose it this year or next year. You never know. So that is a bit of a question mark that I have. I think it's when he loses Star Dev, I think is when I'm going to trade him. I don't think that's even a question. So I think what I'm going to do is run the course. We're going to run as the team as is. Except I would like to cut Benjamin. Oh, wait, he's 25? I thought he was younger. I mean, older than that. That's interesting. Well, I guess I'm going to keep him for now. That doesn't mean you're in my good graces at all. So yeah, this is going to be a very rough class to re-sign players, because I did not mean to go to NFL roster. Because we got to re-sign players like Montez Sweat, Chase Young, which is a big question mark because he can't stay healthy. So I think it's going to be one mid-season mark I think is going to make my decisions. And also, I'm also going to be looking at everybody's stats. If they aren't impressing me at all, they're gone. But the problem is, most of our players do have interest. For some reason, Cameron Curl doesn't have interest, despite we literally drafted him in the 7th round and made him the player he is. It says that he doesn't fit the scheme. I guess that makes sense, but that doesn't mean anything. You're still going to be playing linebacker. But he does like that our history, which we have won, I think, 3 to 4 Super Bowls, I remember. But he just doesn't like the fact we're kind of an underdog at the moment, which I guess does make sense. But what about Montez Sweat? That's interesting. Is it scheme? Yeah, that's kind of what I figured, because I'm pretty sure when we drafted him, this was a 3-4 defense. Ever since Chase Young got drafted, this scheme has been a 4-3. But that also makes it very interesting. Now, obviously, yes, he did get 7 sacks that year, but I think in 2020 they also ran 4-3, and he got 9 sacks. Obviously, I still don't know. My memory is kind of foggy, because I'm pretty sure this was during Madden 21, which I hated that game. But for the past 2 years, he has combined 13 sacks, which I know they have run a 4-3 defense. So, yeah. But he did get 8 sacks last year, so that's something to mention. And obviously, again, I don't have to sign him, because we don't really... He's probably, like, the most unlikely player this team is probably going to bring back this year, just because the fact that they have Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, DeAndre Payne, and even Philip Masses on the sidelines here. Antonio Gibson. Why does he not want to be here? That's interesting. And by the way, can I just quickly mention something? I actually think Antonio Gibson is better than Brian Robertson. I'm just going to perfectly mention that right now. But I'm not going to change his overall or anything, because I feel like that would be a little unfair. So, but yeah, I would like to bring him back. I really would. I think there are a few players I want to bring back. Some I might want to wait on for the moment, but there are definitely some players I want to bring back heading into the season. So, yeah, I think we're going to just simulate to the mid-season mark. I mean, that's the last thing I kind of want to do at the moment, so might as well. But this team is not perfect. Let me just, like, perfectly mention that. Here's the things that we got to do with this roster. Here's the thing. And now and then finally we're going to get to start to simulate. Quarterback is a let me say this again, big question mark. Sam Howell Is he the guy? We don't know. Honestly, though, I think he does deserve a start depth. He didn't actually not do that bad when he was playing against the Cowboys, which I'm pretty sure he was with. I'm pretty sure they were going against their starters, I think. I don't remember. Running back, yes, we got 2 good running backs. Or decent ones. For some reason, I'm honestly, I feel like they should swap overalls. That's what I think. Antonio Gibson, I think, should be a 79. Heck, even an 80. And Brian Robertson should be like a 78 or 77. I mean, that's just my opinion. Then you got Sam Howell, who I actually think is actually a very good quarterback. So this is what he did in his first game, because I'm pretty sure this was the only game he's ever played. So we got a passer rating of 83, which I don't know if it's good or not. He had 169 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. The longest pass he completed was a 52-yarder, and he got sacked 3 times, and he had a 57 completion percentage. That's not that bad, especially for your first start as a quarterback. That was his first start in NFL history. So, there's some potential in there. Obviously, again, that interception in one game is a little bit concerning, and also only throwing 1 touchdown. But there is a little optimism with him, so you'll never know, really. But yeah, anyway, let's head into the rebuild. We're going to simulate it into the midseason mark, and just see how this team can do. I am very curious to see how this team is supposed to go in the in this season. Because again, like I said, this team, if it just had a good quarterback, and also probably a couple of offensive linemen, like let's say we had Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs O-line, and I guess you can also say Andy Reid. This team, honestly, and this might be a bit controversial, but if they had Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs O-line and Andy Reid, I think their team might be better than the Chiefs team. Now you can't say all you want. Oh no, that ain't true. I actually think it's true. Let me just personally explain. So, obviously, again, you got Patrick Mahomes, which is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, right? You actually have better running backs here. Yes, Isaiah Pacheco and J.K. McKissick is good, but I honestly think Antonio Gibson are better than both of them. Well, maybe, I don't know. The receiving core is definitely better than what it is over in Kansas City, where you have Scary Terry, a.k.a. Terry McLaurin, who keeps putting up over 1,000 yards despite terrible QB play. Curtis Samuel, who I think is a very underrated receiver, especially in fantasy. Jahan Dotson, I think, is going to break out this year of what he did last year, which he tied with the most rookie touchdowns. Their O-line, the Chiefs O-line specifically, it's pretty good when healthy. And then this defense, I think with Andy Reid calling the plays, this could definitely be one of the best defenses in the league. If Chase Young could stay healthy, Montez Sweat, Jonathan Allen, DeAndre Payne, that is going to be a very scary pass rush. Then you also got not even a bad secondary with players like Cameron Curl, Derek Forrest, Kendall Fuller, Emon Forrest Jr. Like, you got actually a very good team. It's just, maybe it's the coaching and also the offense again. So, wow. Okay, so yeah, if you guys did not watch last video or last live stream, I realized that Rams and Chiefs playbooks are actually pretty darn broken. Because in the second year that we did these rebuilds, we went from 9-8 to the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's actually pretty ridiculous. But KC and LA playbooks are what I would recommend. I don't know in 3-4 though. I'm gonna still have to figure that out. But and then also these are the defense that I run, West Coast Zone run, and also 4-3, base 4-3. That's what I would run. But obviously it also depends on what the scheme is. So that's what I'm gonna have to mention. So let me just quickly mention that. Do I got any upgrades for Cameron Curl by any chance? Because I would like to make it field gear. I don't think you got any upgrades. But before we do the auto though, real quick, I would like to see how so currently we're winning the division. Currently. I'm not saying it's going to be a guarantee, but yeah, he didn't get any upgrades. That is actually really interesting. I'm honestly a little surprised he didn't get any well, not dev upgrades, but just upgrades in general. I'm a little surprised. But that's my opinion. Also, I think the next rebuild we're going to be doing is the Titans rebuild. Mainly just because, well, obviously in my community tab, there's currently been two people that have currently voted on that. So yeah, again, reminder, keep going into my community tab. That is how you're going to get the content that you want. So our offense has been kind of mid, which I guess is what I expected. But our defense has also been kind of mid too. So that's actually really interesting. So our quarterback had... It's very interesting. On the one hand, he has 65% in completion percentage. And on the other hand, he has half of the amount of touchdowns as interceptions, which is 16 over 8. So you would technically have 8 net touchdowns. Brian Robertson is really doing really well. Obviously, I think Antonio Gibson is a better running back, in my opinion, not in EA. But Brian Robertson is definitely doing really good. Our receiving core is doing really well as well, which I'm surprised that Jahan Dotson has been the leading receiver. Actually, no, I guess I'm not. No, I guess so then. I guess not so, because, like, we're in the same draft class. I guess that makes sense. Okay, our line is abysmal. And Charles Leonard Jr., we have to go. And we're also freeing up a lot of cap space for cutting him. I think that makes perfect sense. Because the fact you allow pretty much a sack per game is a bit ridiculous. And yeah, this defensive line is just snacking over opposing defenses. And every linebacker, every starting linebacker, even our rookie, Javarcus Martin, our safety, has an interception. Never thought I would ever say that in real life. So, yeah. But I can't wait to eventually change his name, because I don't want to be the Commanders. But it sucks that I don't have a PS5 where I could just do this right away. I can't do that, unfortunately. But this team, so far, has been doing pretty well, so I think it's time to get some paydays, you feel me? Time to get some paydays. Chase Young, he wants to be here, which I'm actually a little surprised because he's literally dying, or pretty much getting injured every time he's on the field. But I'd like to give you a long-term extension, just decrease in money value. Okay, so he's back. He did take a little bit of a pay cut, which I'm actually a little happy that he has. Kendall Fuller is a bit of a question mark. I think I might want to just give him, though, right now, a one-year deal. I don't think he's going to get normal depth this year. So I'll give him a one-year deal. That's fine. On to Sweat. For some reason, it doesn't say he's a scheme fit, and I'm pretty sure he's, like, the second or third person with most sacks this year. So that's actually very interesting. But I would like to bring it back. If I could find a better team in free agency that matched this current offer. So it doesn't seem like he wants to be here. Which that's unfortunate, because I would like him back. But that's fine. Yeah, he's going to be asking for a lot of money if we can get him back. So I'm going to, and this might be an overpay, give him this contract. This is going to be a lot of money, though. Yep, and again, it's the same thing that the other guy had, or Montez Sweat had. Honestly, and this is going to hurt, because I really want him back. I think I'm also going to do this. Close to home? We're in Washington, right? Isn't it like West Virginia or something? I guess that is kind of close to New York, isn't it? Really? Okay, then. Frick you. Okay, so apparently just a lot of free agents do not want to come back for some reason. Oh, franchise QB. That's interesting. I would like to go bring him back. Get him back. I mean, he does have somewhat interest. Like, very little interest into coming back to the team. Antonio Gibson, I want him back. I want him back. Pretty darn freaking badly. I want him back. Because he's an amazing running back, and there you go, he's back on the team. Honestly, I think I'm going to just trade Montez Sweat. It stings because I don't want to do it. But he kind of does leave me no choice. He leaves me no choice, and it's a little unfortunate, to say the least. And, again, like I said, it sucks. It's just, sacrifices gotta be made. And I don't want to lose him to get nothing out of him. That would suck, because he's a good player. Like I said, he's a good player, and it just sucks that I'm gonna have to trade him and hopefully get something rather than nothing. But I would like is an O-lineman. Just a player swap, a classic player swap. Because I did trade my left tackle, so I am curious to see if there's any team that would consider trading their left tackle for Montez Sweat. I think maybe, you know what, let's try to get Rashawn Slater. That's not enough, unfortunately. So I would probably have to throw in, like, Josh Keddy. Okay, so that is barely halfway. How about throwing in a second? Does that work? I mean, this might hurt, but I think I'm going to have to throw in a first. Again, this is going to hurt. But we are right now heading into the postseason, so that might not be as bad as people think. We don't get a second out of it. Can we at least get a third or something? Like, because I don't want to throw away a first-round pick. No. Could we get a fourth at least? Could we get some? I know we're going to be able to get something. Alright. A fourth it is. Which is going to have to throw a sixth next year, unfortunately. Alright. So we got Montez Sweat, a first-round pick, and a sixth next year for exchange of players with Rashawn Slater, Josh and Keddy to just get the trade through, and a fourth-round pick. So that's not that bad. And also that also fills our left tackle need. But I do think we're going to have to pay him this year, which for now, I'll just give him a one-year contract, and it's going to be $10 million, and all of it's guaranteed. If he's not on a fifth-year option. But I don't see him, so maybe he is on a fifth-year option. I don't remember if he is or not, though. That's the thing. I don't know how, but he is a practice squad. Oh, so... Oh, wait, he was 2021. I thought it was in 2020. Huh. That's interesting. I thought he was in the 2020 class. But no. I'm actually very surprised. I thought he was going to be a contract we're going to have to get this year, but nope. So yeah, it is unfortunate that we did lose Montez Sweat, but again, we still have three other amazing pass rushers. Actually, the question is, do I move Deontay Pettis to right end? I'm just curious. What happens if I move him to right end? How high of an overall is he going to be? 67. Yeah, safe to say I kind of had no choice, but he's going to be the tackle. Which that sucks, because I thought I could rotate him. So far, Sam Howell is looking like a franchise QB. So, but, just in case, I am going to have my focus scout on... Actually, do I do interior offensive line? I think that might be what I would do here, because like, I just like, yeah, we already have quarterback kind of locked up, but if I want to guarantee to know who these quarterbacks are, I would do this. But I think what I'm going to do is just get the interior defensive line. Just figure out who the hell is at interior. See if any of them has any sort of potential to being a starting quarterback. So, let's see, Tariq McQueen. Yeah, this guy, he's going to be athletic as hell. And I wouldn't be surprised if he actually turns out to be a very critical quarterback. But again, this only works. This only works if I do believe that my quarterback isn't good. But I think it's going to depend if we don't make it to the postseason. If we don't make it to the postseason, I think I am drafting a quarterback. But if we... Actually, no, we can't even get a quarterback because of the first round pick we traded. So, I guess that kind of doesn't matter, hey? But it is going to be interesting. So we are going to simulate it to the postseason. Hopefully that we make it, because honestly though, this is going to be one of the more exciting rebuild teams that I want to do, because no offense to the other teams, but there aren't a lot to do with those teams. Like the Lions, for example, they're kind of getting out of the rebuild stage. Finally though, like they deserve it, no offense, it's just like getting out of it. The Colts are still in a rebuild, and they've been in a rebuild ever since, I'm pretty sure, when Phillip Rivers retired. Kind of, at this point. The Bears. The Bears are an interesting team, I guess. Like, on the one hand, like, they could make it to the postseason. But on the other hand, like, that team can also probably get a top 5 draft pick this year. So, you never know, I guess. The Titans. I mean, that's it. I guess that's just another interesting one. It kind of just depends on how the first year goes. And honestly, that might be just a tear down all 1 year later. Because that's Ryan Tannehill, but like they're not going to win a Super Bowl. They're kind of just delaying the inevitable rebuild. And they really should start picking a rebuild. Because let's face it, there are a lot of better teams in the AFC. Let's face it. Even if they're in the easiest division out of the entire conference, that doesn't mean anything. All the teams except Jacksonville are in a rebuild, so that actually kind of helps for them as well, but it also kind of doesn't, so kind of being mediocre for a while, I guess, kind of works, but still. Honestly, I'm starting to question, well, obviously, I think it was the GM's fault, the former GM, not now. So 9-8. So we went from 5-2 to 9-8. That is a bit of an interesting factor. So our offense is 24, while our defense was 3rd. So maybe the scheme, no, maybe the offensive playbook isn't the smartest idea. I don't know. So he did actually do really well. The problem is he threw way too many interceptions. Threw way too many. So he had 899 yards, which is not that bad because he also was going through Antonio Gibson as well. Jahan Dotson. What a year he had. More receiving yards than Scary Terry. And this is the first time, I think, since his rookie year, he didn't have over 1,000-yard season, which is okay. At least our O-line, okay. I'm going to have to look at Rashawn Slater, but yeah, we need to get a new right tackle. That's for sure. Or I could just move Sam Kelly in there. I technically could do that as well. But I'm curious. How much sacks did he allow being a commander? He's been a commander since week 8, so he had a total of 7 sacks. I guess that makes sense, because he doesn't really know quite the scheme. There were like 5 games he didn't allow sacks. I guess that's not that bad. But there were a couple of games he allowed 2 sacks. So That's something I have to mention. Chase Young got 13 sacks. Only if he could do that in real life. So every linebacker except Cameron Curl has 2 interceptions. Even the rookie Jabartis Martin had one. Me too. Kendall Fuller and Derek Forrest also had one as well. So it seems like our defense kind of carried us to 9-8. So that's something to mention because our offense was ranked the 8th worst. And honestly, I'm not even going to be surprised if we lose to the Philadelphia Eagles here, just to be honest. But did Cameron Curl? He did. And without a doubt, I went straight for field gear. He needs to get that better. If we can get him to come back, which you never know. Oh, he's a right guard? Why don't I saw him in left guard? That's interesting. It does say he's a scheme fit, but he is more of a tackle in my opinion. And also, no offense, like he's a very good guard, obviously. I just think he's probably going to be moved back to tackle by the end of the year. Because I do not want freaking Austin Weaver, who I'm pretty sure was the former Chiefs tackle, to being our starter. And obviously I understand with Eric Bieniemy and stuff, but yeah. So yeah, we're probably going to lose this game, which I would not be surprised. Never mind, we won that game. Okay then. So 23-21. Defense again kind of carried us during that game. But we're going against the Niners. What were we doing? 7th seed? I mean, when we were the Rams and made it 9-8, we were the 6th seed actually. So that's a bit interesting. But okay, this is going to be the one we lose. I'm not even meaning it sarcastically. Like, I mean, there was a chance, I guess, against the Eagles, but there's no chance to beat the Niners here. Yeah, 42-21. I'm not that surprised I've got shut out. But we did win a playoff game. At least we have that this season. At least we have that this season. That's the most important thing. Is he a rookie? Yeah, he is. So yeah, easily Sam Custon. He's going back to tackle. And I think that's going to be it. I mean, I might as well keep Ron Rivera since he did his job quite well. So yeah, Andrew Weir. You're getting the hell out of here. I do not want you to be my tackle ever again. So now Sam Custon, which I thought this was just in Pug. Literally, I'm not joking. UBB going back to right tackle. See how that goes for you. Like, really, I'm actually genuinely curious to see how that goes for you. So yeah, this O-line, it's starting to get into shape. We kind of just need a left guard currently. And I guess also a right guard and tight end, but that's alright. So I think Sam Howell might be the guy. Might. I'm not guaranteeing. So, yeah, I think, though, trying to get a better corner, like just a better slot corner might be an ideal. Getting a better right end, I also think, is a priority as well. But defense isn't really the priority. Offense is the priority. Like, getting a better tight end can definitely be between making us get from a 3rd down and getting a 1st down, or dropping it and it could be a turnover. So
Welcome to your franchise staff.
that's just something to mention. So now,
Staff
since
point,
I
when
am
just
the
some
owner,
talent trees make you select a path
I
to-
can fire on Rivera if I want to. I am going to keep it. And I also get the ability to fire the offensive coordinators like I did, like as a head coach or GM. I don't understand why there isn't a GM role in this game. But that's just my opinion. But we do kind of need to fix the offense, and that's just like a bit of a concern. Like, I don't know if it's because of the scheme that we run, but I don't really know. But what I think I might want to consider is just run Chiefs playbooks. The reason why is because our running backs are kind of similar. I know I said their running backs are better, but they are kind of similar. So running their playbooks might not be the worst idea. Especially in terms of helping the passing game. Which isn't terrible, like I said. It's just... it probably would just be the better ID situation. Because I feel like this team is a bit of a more pass-heavy team. It's just the problem is just our quarterback. That's the issue in terms of if I want to run a pass-heavy team. Because, again, I know Sam Howell is a franchise QB. It's just, he isn't like Patrick Mahomes or like any of the star quarterbacks. But I guess I will run. I'm going to run their offense. And if it doesn't go well, I think I'm going back to the Rams or just getting a better quarterback. Honestly, it's one of the two. So, yeah, because obviously we saw him be really good with this offense. Now I just need to see how good he will be in more pass-heavy attack, rather than just running the football. You know, so I am a little curious. We do get a lot of cap space, at least, for the offseason, which I guess is a very benefit, but that's about it. But, I mean, again, Nick Bosa could also be in free agency, which I'm going to be curious to see what he thinks, but, yeah. We have $81.7 million of cap space. Not that bad. So, who won the Super Bowl? The Cowboys did. And the Steelers made it to the Super Bowl. The Steelers made it to the Super Bowl. I think this is the second time I saw them in the simulation. I'm not saying that the Steelers suck, obviously. It's just like, I feel like it's kind of because of their coach. So their offense is like... Hi, Caleb. Welcome to the stream. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they have the 9th best offense. Look at their defense. I'm actually a little surprised it's paying him in the top here. I think it's like... I guess it's kind of between like 16 to 10. It's like where I would say. So that's a bit interesting. I mean, obviously, I don't think we even, yeah. We didn't get any defensive or defensive here. Wow. Anthony Richardson wins it. Honestly, I can see that happen, you know, in real life. Like, the rookies of the year, Anthony Richardson being offensive rookie of the year. Because, again, I said how good this team can potentially be if just Anthony Richardson would just be what he is, which... I did say that in my prediction video, which I think comes out today. I think, but I mean, I could be wrong. So, yeah, but let's see who do we want to bring back. Got 82 million in cap. Let's see who we want to bring back. Cameron Curl still doesn't want to come back. After literally just making it to the divisional round, he still doesn't want to come back. And the only things he doesn't like is just the scheme. And that's the only reason why he does not care about it. Alright, we got it back for a lot of money. Bit of an overpay, but whatever. What is he even asking for? A 3-year deal? I'm not giving him as high. I'm not giving the high risk contract, but that's kind of what I am going to give him. All right, so he's back. 2-year deal pack. Got it back. Jacoby Brissett. You know what? Let's get him on a 1-year deal. Let's get him back. And he wants to go into free agency. I'm not giving you a franchise tag. Look at the franchise tag. You want to do that with a backup? No, thank you. So yeah, got $58.9 million heading into free agency, which that's pretty darn good, to be honest with you. It's pretty darn good. I don't want to see combine results. I didn't even mean to click that. So yeah. Ugh.
View a player's. You have 3
Yeah, Nick
evaluations.
Bosa actually wants to come to the year, which is kind of interesting. Do I actually try to get Jonathan Taylor too? I mean, maybe. He has a lot of interest. Close to home. Yeah, I guess we are kind of close to home to Florida. Jonathan Taylor. I mean, he's gonna piss off our running backs, but I think that's what I'm going to do. Get Jonathan Taylor. Just imagine our offense with Scary Terry, Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson, and Jonathan Taylor. That offense is going to be unstoppable. Unstoppable. So we do have enough money to bring Tyron Smith into the team. So I guess I will try to give him a 1-year pack to just come here. But again, that's not my decision to make him come here. He is not considering to going here, so I'm just going to withdraw. We did get Jonathan Taylor and Nick Bosa, which that's going to be very scary. For not me, just for pretty much everybody else. It is a little sad though to see Montez Sweat in free agency not getting him, but that's okay. Micah Glentree. I did say we need a tight end. I think I'm gonna give him a 3-year pack. I'm obviously gonna I'm probably just gonna give him whatever the high risk contract is. I'll increase the salary. So I am curious to see if he wants to come here or not. We are giving him currently the best offer, or like currently he's having interest with that the most so far, and now he's not on it. That's okay. I'm fine with Jonathan Taylor and Nick Bosa, so I'm fine with that. And I think now I'm gonna trade Antonio Gibson, but the problem is I can't because of it, because I just give him a contract. So I can't do that. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Yeah, we can't. Or we get negative cap hits. Which, I mean, I guess we can deal with that cap hit, so that's fine. The problem is what team is going to get him. Because so far we can't even find a team that even has cap space. Oh, let's check the Bears. I mean, I don't think the Bears are going to accept a first-round pick for Antonio Gibson, let's face it. But how about this? Not even plus. Good to know. It's actually interesting to have mid-interest for Antonio Gibson when they don't really have a good running back outside of Kareem Hunt. 2nd-round pick for Antonio Gibson. Not enough? How is that not enough? Alright. How do I throw in a 4th, but give me like your 7th next year? Alright, deals accepted. Welcome. And as a new member of the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, let's face it, we kind of had to do that because of, well, we have Jonathan Taylor here now, so. I think I am going to pick up Rashawn Slater's 5th-year option. Which I don't know how that works, but I'm just going to give him another year on his rookie contract. So I don't care because I don't want to simulate 2 weeks to give him the actual 5th-year option. So yeah, but it's nice to like just relax and have not a lot of players I don't think we're gonna have to pay next year. But we do need to fix our O-line. Center, especially, I mean, left guard, not center. Because I think I like her in my center. Tight end, I think, is a position of need. And then defense, I don't think there's a need. I mean, maybe corner, like I said. But if there isn't any particular corner I want, I think I am just going to ignore corner. And plus, we don't have first-round pick this year, so our chances of getting a 75 overall corner or above is pretty unlikely. Not impossible, but very unlikely. So, I'm just going to mention that. Also, if you are new around here, I would like to consider subscribing to my channel. I'm not saying that just to be rude or anything. We are getting close to 80 subscribers. I have just looked. We are 79 subscribers. One away from getting to 80. My goal before the end of the summer is try to get 100 subscribers. We are only 21 away. 21. And also liking the video can also help me a lot as well. So, but this is the only time I'm going to mention it, okay? Because I'm not that type of person that likes to see, oh, shut up, please, thank you, I just want to watch the video. So, there you go. So, DeAndre Paulin. It's literally a combination of DeAndre Hopkins and Tony Paulin. But into one player in their names. Okay, so obviously I don't really care about any of these top players. I'm just only curious to see what we got in store here. Olis Kuplin, right? Yeah. What? Let's take it. Hidden development. Honestly, though, I think he's probably going to be a 74. 73. I think that's what I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess he's that high of an overall. Obviously, that I could be wrong, but you got some good attributes, so it's going to be hard to not see that. So now I'm just going to be curious about corner. I don't think, there's not any corner that I'm particularly interested. Besides Brenton Ingram, which it's still funny to think that he actually has my first name. He's my first name. Do I draft him for the memes? I think I kind of have to draft him for the memes. You know what? I'm drafting him for the memes. I know he's gonna, he's probably going to be my 4th corner. But I gotta draft him because of the memes, you know. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Even if it's not going to benefit me, just that instead of having an amazing 4th corner, I got to do it for the memes. So now let's actually go get a tight end, because that's a position of need. And there's no like good tight ends. Great. You know what? I'm going to take a bold risk and take him. Because I honestly do gotta believe I think he could be decent, but obviously I don't think he's going to be my starting tight end in the future, unfortunately. So, yeah, let's see here. Did we get to 80 subscribers? We are still currently at 79, which is unfortunate. Still one away. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Hopefully we can get to 80. Obviously, I really hope eventually we get to 100, because that would be really nice, but because also then I can also do the live stream, the 5-hour live stream that I bet you a lot of people have been asking for. So, yeah, I'll do the 5-hour live stream. If we get to 100 subscribers. If. And this even means even before, or actually even after when it's autumn and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. 73, 74, 75, that's kind of what I figured. Yeah, our draft just got worse, and then got better, and worse, and then better. It was very confusing, but yeah, it doesn't really quite seem like we did get a tight end. That's a little unfortunate, but it's okay, because hopefully we can get a tight end in free agency, or we could potentially trade one, which I hope that's not the case. I want a tight end. I just want a decent tight end. Honestly, though, I really would like to have like a 75 overall tight end or something, but I don't think that's going to be it. The best tight end available is O.J. Howard. I think it's probably Harrison Bryant. Still, that's not really good. Is there any like undrafted rookie? No. The best player who we could put on our practice squad is Nick Muse. But Harrison Bryant, let's sign him. I don't know why no one signed him, but hey, that's not that bad. I would like to bring him just because I think he could develop into a decent tight end, but I guess you never know. But could we change your name? For the love of God, can we change your name? Please. Yes, we could relocate. Yes, I want to relocate. Yes. We don't gotta look at the stupid Commanders logo in the background anymore. Well, for now. You still gotta look at it, unfortunately. But, not forever. That's the most important thing. It's not forever. Well, it's officially not forever. Still currently at 79 subscribers. One away. One away. I also think I might be making a video of how, like I might be, like, I'm so happy with what's happened during the summer. So a little summer recap, I guess you could say. Before we get to school and all of that stuff, so. Yeah, but. Yeah. So let's, like, take a look at the team, heading in before week 1. Our offense, it's pretty darn good. We got some nice solid weapons, amazing offensive line. Just the tight end, I think, is a little bit of a question. And then on defense, should be firing on all cylinders. So I think what I am gonna do is try to trade. I don't need any good tight end. I just need a decent option at tight end. That's all I really need. I don't need a big type tight end that could just catch everything. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to just trade for probably like not early 70s, mid to late 70s. You know what? How much would be Trey McBride? How much? They're asking for a 3rd and a 7th next year? Sure. Sure, no problem. Because I really do not care. Just the fact we have a tight end. It's just really all I care about. So now we got Trey McBride, which will be a nice, solid, hopefully 4th option at receiver. Well, at tight end though. So obviously, I'm going to expect we're probably going to lose our first 2 games, which is against Dallas and Cincinnati. What a surprise. So yeah, that's okay. It ain't the end of the world. We just beat the Bengals. Okay, then. And the only team that actually won last week was the Cowboys. Shocker. I'm still pissed off, man, about the freaking Cowboys and their freaking fan luck. Bull crap. Hate it. Just hate it. Alright, come on. Let's beat the Cowboys. Obviously, I don't think we're going to because they are just favorites in Madden for some reason. But keep it close. That's all I care about. That's all I really care about. Is to at least keep it close. I don't want to get destroyed. We just won by 2 touchdowns. Are we actually for real? Is this for real? We're the... I mean, I don't think we're the only undefeated team. I'm pretty sure there's another team out there that's undefeated. But we just won 2 in a row. Obviously, I know it's just 2-0, but... Just come on, give me something. It's the Commanders, man. It's the Commanders. We're one of 8 teams that are currently undefeated. And surprisingly, the Panthers are in there. I don't know how, but they are. The Eagles, though, are 1-1, so this still could be a very tricky matchup. Or it could be very easy. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be easy at all. I think it's going to be challenging, but you never know. Kendall Fuller, I mean, this is a bit of a hard one. I think I'm going to wait on Kendall Fuller for now. But it's also kind of just his sake because we have no money in cap. So, 5-year deal. I would like to bring back Derek Forrest. I don't know why it doesn't say he's not a scheme fit, but I'm pretty sure he is. But anyways, it doesn't matter. He's back. There are still a lot of other players I want to bring back. I'm not bringing back Benjamin St. Justin. No offense, but I am not. Riley Patterson is not coming back either. It was this kicker, apparently, that we signed it. We did get an injury. That's a yikes. Well, I mean, if it's a receiver like Curtis Samuel, it's not the end of the world. Oh, it's just my 3rd string running back. Yeah, I'm so scared. I'm scared that we have a 3rd string running back that got injured. Our offense is actually doing really well so far. Maybe it's because we changed it to the Chiefs offense. Who knows? Let's see here. Are we going to go 3-0? Or we're going to lose our first game? Nope. We are still undefeated. And another injury. This is a little concerning. I don't want to be like the Ravens that were really good when we're healthy. And Derek Forrest is out for 1 week. Okay, that's not that bad. And we have a bye week coming. You know, so hopefully we don't get a ton of injuries. And let's see how many undefeated teams there are now. After 1 week. You have 5 teams undefeated. 5 teams heading into week 4. That's very interesting. So we're going against the 0-3 Vikings. Obviously, I don't think it's really a stretch to say that this team is a most likely dub, but you never know in the league, man. You never know. And we beat them 23-21. What is happening? We're 4-0. I know I'm getting a little cocky, but like, explain to me how we're 4-0. St. Louis? St. Louis is not a bad spot. Brooklyn. I hate doing Brooklyn just because I don't like doing Brooklyn. You know what? Let's do Mexico City. It's technically East Mexico, so technically we're still in the East. For the record. For the record, we're technically still in the East. So, just mentioning that. So, let's see if we can beat the Cowboys again. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. Wow, they're 1-3. Wow. They only won 1 game. I actually kind of feel a little bad for them, to be honest. A little bit, because I know I hate the Cowboys. Okay, we finally lost our first game. I'm actually glad we lost, because I was getting a little cocky there, so. Let's see here. The Mexican Derbros. That's interesting. I want to be the Golden Eagles. I think I gotta be the Golden Eagles. I know it's not, like, the most interesting name. Obviously, this is. But look at the logo, fam. Look at the logo. Obviously, I know. I feel like this technically really should be. Actually, no, never mind. Because there's still Eagles. But still, I gotta go for the nostalgia because in Madden 20, I had the Mexico Golden Eagles instead of the LA Chargers. The nostalgia, man. You can't outmatch the nostalgia. You can't. You literally can't outmatch the nostalgia. So there are a few players I want to bring back, and then that's probably going to be it. Like, I want to bring back Sam Custard. Obviously, I want to bring back Jameer Davis, even if it's not that good, to be honest, as a linebacker. I would like to bring him back. He is back. I think I am also would like to bring back Sam Custard, but I think that might be it, outside of maybe, like, Davian Brown or something. So, I think it's a few other players I want to bring back, but we're probably going to be a very quiet team in free agency next year, or this year. So we get a nice little help. Get a bye week. We get healthy at the right time. So, yeah, that's very nice. Let's see what our uniforms are going to look like. Uniforms. 69, 57, 57. Honestly, I like these the most. Let's go. 69%. Let's go. Try to make your fan base as happy as possible. I don't want to frustrate with terrible jerseys. Like, honestly, though, I really want to see out of a country team. I think we're, like, one of the only leagues that don't do out-of-country teams. Like, popular ones, like the NBL, the NHL, the NBA, like, you know, those. Because I don't think I think we're the only team. Soccer, like, I think we're one of the only ones. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know enough. So. I'm hoping you just accept this for the sake that this is a good contract. Especially for you. Okay. So we have 17 million in cap. There's only pretty much like one, maybe two players, or three, that I would like to bring back, so we'll see here. We're going against the 5-1 Falcons. This could be very hard, but we did just come off of a bye, so hopefully we could beat the Atlanta Falcons and we could just keep rolling. Hopefully get the #1 seed of the division. So, okay, we barely lost, but again, that's okay because it's a very good team, and we're going against the Panthers. Why do we have to go get some of the most toughest teams in the league? Yes, I'm buying this stadium. Can we just, please, for the love of God, not go get so many tired teams, please? Because this is ridiculous. Like, and we're going against the Steelers, and then the following week we're going against the Eagles. Like, it's ridiculous. Tight end. Focus position. Literally, the focus position of the draft. Even if we have Trey McBride, never know. Again, we only traded him for a 3rd round pick and a 7th next year. Like, that's not meaningful. Just please, we can get the #1 seed. And I guess I am kind of asking a lot, am I? I think I am. Okay then. So we win the division. We are at 11-6, so that's nice. And we're going against the Cowboys. Hopefully Hopefully we don't lose. Honestly, I think I have to jump in just for the sakes I don't want to lose that game. 14th in offense, 16 in defense. So at least 13 kind of was a bit more balanced this year, rather than last year. Jonathan Taylor was a rock. None of our receivers got over 1,000 yards. So that's kind of what I wanted to happen. Just more of a balanced offense than it is actually just more. Okay, so our O-line, our tackles specifically, could not protect to save their lives. Nick Bosa was just amazing. Same thing with Chase Young and Jonathan Allen. Still a little disappointing to see John. Dang. Kendall Fuller, 5 interceptions. 5. Dang. Rick Reich is available? He available. That makes no sense. You know, Carolina, you were 3-2 at one point. You know that, right? Or was he his head coach then? I don't know. So we did actually recently kind of get our butts kicked against the Browns, so that's a little concerning. I mean, literally 30-13. That's some butt whoops if I ever seen one. Wait, what happened to Rashawn Slater? He's hurt? Oh, shoot. I know he's only out for 1 week, but still. He's out. That's a big concern. We need to get a left tackle ASAP. We need to sign one in free agency. We are so screwed. Like, you know how bad that is? Having an injured player in the playoffs? You look at the Packers like a couple years back. Wonder why they lost against the Niners, because most of the players were injured. And I guess also special teams. Still. Alright, well, we're getting the experienced playoff professional in Javon Smith. I wanted to get him because at least he has playoff experience. I need to call him, like, say, hey, join the Commanders right now. We need to be winning a frickin' Super Bowl. You feel me? So we're jumping in because I do not want to lose this game. I really don't want to lose this game. I really, really don't.
Tonight.
For my sakes, let's win this game. Please. Please. Okay, 3-0. That's not great. Alright, 3-7. 3-10. Oh, this has been a defensive game. 10-10. 10-13, 10-20, 10-17. Oh shoot!
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win.
You know what? We're gonna risk it for the marbles. We're going for it.
To throw.
Touchdown. Game over. Scary. Freaking Terry.
Forget overtime.
Alright, well, let's just simulate. And we are going to the NFC divisional round after a extremely, honestly, let's face it, we were going to win that game no matter what at that point. It was making it with a field goal or scoring a touchdown. And honestly, the only way we could probably screw that up was by means. So, yeah, so no matter what, we technically won that game. We beat the Cowboys. We beat America's team. Let's go, baby. Our Mexico fans are happy. Because we just beat a playoff team. Alright. Time to go against the Chicago Bears. This is going to be very interesting. Hopefully we can beat the Bears. So we go on to the NFC Championship game. Beat whoever is in there. Go to the Super Bowl, beat them, and win the Super Bowl. And then I could just chillax and maybe live stream a Fortnite game or something. I don't know.
Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
Yeah, FedEx Field! Just sim to the end. Okay, 7-0. Ain't great. 7-7. Ooh. Okay. That's nasty. We're back. We're tied. We're down. We're tied again. We're tied again. Okay. I'm allowed to jump in. For the record, I am allowed to jump in. Alright. Option quarterback and contain Justin Fields. Contain him because he can use his legs.
Here's Fields.
Come on. Nope. You think you could cheese? You think you could play cheese on me? Nah, fam. Nah, fam. We're playing some containment on Justin Fields right now. We got Jawan James. We got freaking Cameron Curl. Like, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Oh, come on, dude. You gotta pick that, man. Alright, zone easily going to be a pass here. Contain Justin Fields. Alright, come on. Play action. But there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the flag is. So there's a holding penalty. Let's face it, man. I'm declining that penalty. So I can get the second to punt it.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Hey, look, it's me.
He'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it.
Alright, here comes the offense. The Chiefs' offensive playbook, but it's the Commanders' offense. Also some changes, obviously.
They'll go play action.
Come on, I'm getting blitzed, and that's going to be a touchdown. This is too easy. This is too easy.
There he goes again.
Oh, shoot.
Terry McLaurin, touchdown!
Touchdown! Scary Terry, baby.
Terry McLaurin.
Alright. Since we're leading right now, I'm going to super sim it. But I'm going to slow sim it, though. Slow sim it. Towards the end of the quarter.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
Right, there you go. Extra point. Imagine this. The Commanders and the Bears in the playoffs. That actually would be, like, really weird to see. Especially this year. I mean, not this year. I mean, next year. Like, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, if Sam Howell is their guy, and I guess they also make some moves in the offseason, and then, I don't know, Justin Fields can turn to an MVP in the following year, and they also make some upgrades on their team. Yeah, I guess we could see this happen. 10 receptions, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's so much to do. Just double team him. Why not do that?
when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've
stop Justin Fields from running the football, please? We should be knowing this is Justin Fields we're talking about. And we have literally the best defensive line in the league. And that's short from the first. 3rd and 2, and 2-minute warning.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the
I like the Bears new logo. Like, it actually looks really cool. It sucks that they don't have it on their helmets.
This is a big one. 3rd down.
I really hope they change it eventually. There we go, and it's incomplete. 4th and 2. Most likely, yep, that's what I thought. They're going for it. Why are we sending a blitz? Oh, they're changing their formation. Why are we sending a blitz? I mean, I know they got the first, but why are they going to run it on 4th and 2 when you're down by 7 points?
Here's 1st and 10 now.
Well, I mean, 4th and 2, yeah, it makes sense. But it's just like, why are you going for it on a run play when you're down by 7? I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's something. I don't know. Checkdowns aren't the best idea on some occasions, man. Alright, less than a minute left to go, and they're on the 48 line, I think. And you got the first, but they didn't even make it to the 40. You got like 40 seconds left.
Here's 1st and 10.
See here. Using your legs, and that's a fumble, but the offensive lineman got the ball. We're not going to use one. I have to say, when are we going to use one of your timeouts? Like, you have 3 timeouts, man. Let Justin Fields get some water. They're running around for his life back there.
Now Fields.
And that's a sack. Chase Young.
He's taken down. Now the Bears
Another timeout has been called. They have one more timeout in 12 seconds. Most likely there's like 2 plays left. Here we go, Justin Fields. Got all the time in the world. He's lobbing it, and it is incomplete. Final play, 4th and 16. And they're at the 48. There's a good chance here that we're probably going to win. It's a Hail Mary. He's running outside of the pocket. He throws it, and it is intercepted. And the Commanders have won the NFC division.
The Commanders are moving on as
the Commandees, baby. Like, I was very scared, especially during the 3rd quarter. That was when I was getting scared. That was when I was getting scared. I'm the OG, definitely. Alright, on to the NFC Championship game. Who do we got? Going against the Niners. The NFC Divisional Round revenge. But this time, we got the home field advantage. And Chase Young won NFC Defensive Player of the Week on NFC for 8 tackles and 3 sacks. Let's see if you can repeat that performance against the Niners. We are 1 overall behind them, but that's okay. We're a bit of an underdog. Sam Howell, if you could just continue playing like he's been, I think this is going to be a team that might be winning a Super Bowl here, boys. Or at least make it to the Super Bowl. Because we are 1 win away from making it to the Super Bowl. And it is going to be heartbreaking if we have to lose against the Niners again. Again. I don't want the same thing to happen like we did back a couple years back. Do not let that happen, please. Alright. Here we go. 3-0. 3-3. 3-6. All right, finally got our first touchdown. We're still up by 1 point. 9-19. This is a weird score, by the way. 9-26. Fourth quarter. 16-6. Oh, and we won. Super Bowl, here we come, boys.
They have punched their ticket to the biggest show
Take
in sports.
that
And what a way
L,
to get there.
because
To
you
go the
deserve
entire
it.
season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl.
It's called Jonathan Taylor, buddy. How does it feel to have Jonathan Taylor? Huh? How does that feel? How does that feel, huh? How does that feel? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm always obsessed with winning against the Niners, man. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. All right, we're going on to the Super Bowl, baby. I'm telling you, bro. These freaking. Hey, dude, what's up, bro? Welcome to the stream, though. I really appreciate that comment. I'm sorry I didn't look at that. So we're going against the Chiefs, I'm pretty sure, in the Super Bowl, which I think is kind of funny. And we're still not at 80 subs yet. Dang it. Oh, hey, dude. It's been a while, dude. Alright. We're almost there, boys, to the Super Bowl. And we're going against the Chiefs. The prime example. Of what a team looks like. We are one overall behind, but we beat the Niners and they were one overall behind us, so yeah, just we gotta win one more game, boys. And that Lombardi trophy goes back to the Commanders. And technically this would be the first time that Mexico would ever won a Super Bowl. Because technically we did relocate there, so yeah. Yep, I know. I'm hoping we can win this thing, man. I'm hoping. I'm freaking hoping. Alright. So we're gonna simulate it. See how this goes. Alright, we get the ball back right away, 7-0. And it's up, it's 10-0 now. And they finally scored a touchdown. Okay, 7-17. We're heading into halftime. 24-7. 31-7. Okay, 31-15. Okay. And I think we might win this game, boys. We won 15-31. The Washington Commanders, aka now the Mexican Golden Eagles, have won a Super Bowl. The last time I'm pretty sure they won a Super Bowl was back in the 1980s.
Right, the way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets pretty from the time you're playing Little League.
Ron Rivera finally getting the Super Bowl that he probably should have gotten in Super Bowl 50. Dang. And that time he only lost 2 games. Which was in the regular season and then in the Super Bowl. There's Andy Reid, player of the game, Sam Howell, 346 yards, 4 touchdowns at 60.6 completion percentage. Travis Kelce knows this feeling. He's lost 2 Super Bowls, man. Kelce, you already won 2 Super Bowls, so shut up. There you go. Lombardi trophy. Cameron Curl. I don't know who the other guy is. Jonathan Taylor. And Sam Howell are up there. So. Alright. That's fine. But dang, dude, that is incredible. That's the second time in a row that's happened where we made it to the Super Bowl and won in our second season in the rebuild. That is genuinely really ridiculous. Now that's happened now twice in a row. Twice. Right. I didn't mean to put it there. Alright. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy that's happened again. Again, no, my other live stream that I won a Super Bowl with the LA Rams team, that is, of course, in the comments section down below. So, just before, if you're like, oh wait, where's that video? It is in the playlist. So go, ew, get out of here, that's nasty. It is on the top of my playlist, so make sure you go watch that video. Also, make sure you watch my premiere video, which will be coming out at 12 o'clock. And then I also will be making a video tomorrow, just to recap how the summer has been. And, yeah. But, anyway, hope you guys enjoy your guys' days on Labor Day. Peace.